All right, you guys, this your boy back at y'all with another one. Let's get down to business. By the way, my brother Ticket TV is holding a youth basketball camp this week. So if you want to donate, his cash app is $ this is ticket THISIZTICKET. And I'm gonna donate. I'm gonna donate some money this week to the cause. You know, he's helping out the youth. He's doing everything for free for the youth, and that's a wonderful thing for my brother out there. You know, putting in that work overseas and all that. So if you have, let's support our brother Ticket. You know, make sure that that camp goes by successful. All right. Salute to you, Pink Meadows. What's up, Big Worm? All right, let's continue on. Right now, previously, or Ready to Die. I mean, previously on the right wing media using LeBron James as a distraction, we talked about two individuals in particular, Brian Kilmeade and Tom Cotton Swab. Right now, Tom Cotton Swab is a senator out in Arkansas, right? And then you got Brian Kilmeade, who is a Fox News contributor. He's a host on this show called The Five, right? Him and four other jackasses, right? So let's continue on with how the media using LeBron James as a distraction, right? Because they literally took this issue and hijacked it, took his Twitter account or this Twitter post and hijacked it, right? TJ, what's up, man? I see you in the building, man. Appreciate you, my fellow South Carolinian. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's continue on and see what these bastards had to say. Right? We can continue on with, you know, that right wing nut Brian Kilmeade, right?
To 50 million people, but if you watch ESPN and the others, they lead every single sports center with athletes speaking out what a racist society we are. There's no balance anywhere there in sports, and their ratings are down 40% on TNT, they're down 40% on ABC, and 20% on ESPN.
All right, so one technique of propaganda is the misuse of statistics, right? And what Brian Kilmeade is attempting to do here in this scenario is using the decline in ratings as a prop for justifying why there's so much. He basically is trying to say that, oh well, since these athletes are protesting and you know, no one wants to see this protesting. They just want to see the sport. You know, you should have introduced politics in sports, and for that reason right there, you know, the ratings are down 40%. Don't you know? What's up, Maximus Royalty? Salute to you, homie. My little brother in the building. See, jackasses like Brian Kilmeade don't watch ESPN, okay? Jackasses like Brian Kilmeade don't watch. He might watch football, but he sure as hell don't watch basketball, right? See, that's the propaganda right there, right? I'm gonna tell you the real reason why the ratings are in decline, and it has nothing to do with politics. It has more to do with the quality of play. It has more to do with the quality of play. Also, ratings are down because people have access to these smartphones. So why watch a whole game when you can watch the highlight clips on YouTube? That's another reason why ratings are down. People just don't have the time to sit through 2.5 hour game. And if the game goes to overtime, it's even longer than that. There are several contributing factors to why the ratings are down, but it's not what Brian Kilmeade makes it out to be, right? See, this is the lie. This is a lie. Okay? And this jackass need a foot in his mouth and in the crack of his ass. See, that's what these motherfuckers do, right? See, they hide behind security, they're behind all these defense and death measures, and they talk and they sit in front of a camera and talk this shit. But I can tell you, if he ran up on LeBron James, he would not say that same shit. If anything, he'll be one in our grab. Hey, LeBron, if you want to, you can come on my show. We can talk about everything you want to talk about. Right? They hate black people so much, but yet they can't live without us. Because they always got our names in their mouths. They always want to know what the fuck we doing. And it don't help that you got that giraffe, that coon-ass giraffe, and Harris Faulkner sitting up there looking like goddamn, what's that Muppet character? Oh man, what the fuck is the name of that Muppet character? Janice, that's her name. Sitting up there looking like motherfucking Janice off the Muppets. Now, if you don't know who Janice is the female drummer in that group with Animal in it. Know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to disrespect the Muppet Janice like that, but that's who she looked like. She looked like Janice. But anyway, let's continue on with this diarrhea of the mouth.
And I think these things are related. People want a break. Wow. Okay.
A break from what? People want a break from what? See, this is the kind of buffoonery that comes out of these right-wing nuts. So all of a sudden now, shout out to the homie Kevin Wedderburn, right? Let's continue on with this bullshit.
I don't want to hear from LeBron James because he's basically condoned genocide of the Uyghurs in China. And
Okay, first of all, who the fuck is this bitch right here? You don't want to hear from LeBron James? Well, LeBron James, for one, did not ask for you. LeBron James did not needed you. And LeBron James did not want you having his name in your mouth. I don't want to hear from LeBron James. First of all, who died and made you some kind of Lord and Overseer of LeBron James? Who died? I just want to know who died and made this woman, this clap-having Jezebel, LeBron James, Lord and Overseer. Let's see what this fucking bitch got to say.
his actions on China have been utterly reprehensible. And
So what about LeBron James that's reprehensible? His thing about China that make it so reprehensible. So we're gonna ignore the fact that Donald Trump and his family got business ties in China, right? All these other politicians that y'all put on your fucking Mighty Mouse cape. Well, you know what? That's a disrespect to Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse, no. You motherfuckers put on your Scrappy Doo cape to protect Donald Trump and all these other jackasses that got business ties in China. But you want to go at LeBron, talk about LeBron got interest in China and all that? He's condoning genocide. When LeBron James ever came out and said he can talk about anything regarding genocide in China and all that? See, that's that lie again. Sitting there using LeBron James as a prop to spew out their lie and their vitriol.
and those are people who are being sterilized and raped and slaughtered and put.
Oh, so let me understand something. People are being raped and sodomized and slaughtered. So LeBron James is responsible for that? Who's doing that type of shit out there? Who? It's not LeBron. So why you got your name in LeBron mouth? Why you got LeBron name in your mouth? Huh? You a disgusting bitch who needs Summer's Eve to douche that stinky ass pussy of yours. So LeBron James is the reason why all this genocide and all this pillage and plunder is going on in China, right? That what you trying to say? That what you trying to say? Bitch, get fucked.
Concentration camps, and to me that's a really emotional issue. That's number one. Number two.
Okay, so if that's the case, then why weren't you addressing this when Donald Trump was in power? Huh? Why weren't you addressing this with all these other Republicans and all doing this shit, right? But you blame LeBron James for what's going on in China. First of all, LeBron James ain't got shit to do with what's going on in China. All right, LeBron James, last time I checked, is in America. He's a black American. He's a black man playing the game of basketball. Widely recognized as one of the best players ever to play. Whatever you think about LeBron James, you cannot deny the fact that he's one of the best players ever to play the game. And his work in the community is not to be questioned. The time, the money, the energy, the resources he's put in to the black community, that is not to be questioned. Whatever you think about LeBron James from a basketball standpoint, the time, the money, the resources he put in is not to be questioned. And yet you let this bitch who don't know LeBron James, she's going to talk like she knows LeBron and that she's been around LeBron and then she got connections with LeBron and he has all these business ties with China and all this other type of shit, right? That what you trying to tell us, bitch? Fuck out of here. Get off your... See, when people like this be on their high horse, God created people like me to kick them off.
He is by far not near one of the greatest Lakers ever. He will never be Kobe. He will never be Shaq.
Oh, see, and then here we go. This is the real thing, right? If you listen to what she said, right? He's not the greatest Laker. He would never be Kobe. He would never be Shaq, right? See, when people talk long enough, they will tell you what you need to know. What's up, Mr. Panzer? Yeah, my back hurts right now, but you know what? I'm still pumping out this content. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm not moving too much, I'm good. When people talk long enough, they will tell you what you need to know. She is bitter over the fact that LeBron James is on the LA Lakers. And you can tell that she's a Lakers fan. You can tell. He would never be Kobe. He would never be Shaq. He's not the greatest Laker ever, right? These people just continue to expose themselves all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Who talks like that? Who talks like that? Let's continue and see what this girl got to say.
I would much rather hear from Shaq because he was a cop. I would much rather hear from him.
Oh, so you much rather hear from so Shaq. Shaq been out here buck dancing lately, you know what I'm saying? So of course she's gonna throw out Shaq name. Cause we all know Shaq was a cop. Shaq be out there, back in the badge part-time and shit. So of course she gonna drop his name. And she's not even attractive. She's not even attractive. She's running around here looking like the fucking crypt keeper.
Not only his high profile, but the love he has for his community, but also having won the badge and knowing what he does.
So LeBron James don't have love for his community? LeBron James don't have love for his community. He speaks out on issues within the black community on many occasions. Way more than Michael Jordan ever had, right? But I bet you praise Michael Jordan, don't you? Don't you? Who died and put this woman on TV? Huh? Who put this jackass on TV? Really though, man, this is some sad state of affairs we got going on right now. We got Clap having Jezebels like this, bring her ass on TV and spew out this Rottweiler fecal matter. Shout out to the homie Too Raw for TV. Hey, Too Raw. Hey, Too Raw. I'm gonna put link. I'm gonna put this link in here, and then you can come in, and you and I can chop it up. You know what I'm saying? This stupid ass bitch right here. Now, chances are we're gonna hear from this flat-chested whole Kelly McEnany, but let's continue on and see what this trifling ass bitch got to say.
Law enforcement. That's the kind of LeBron is getting old. He's going to become Mr. Trump. Thank you, Alex. I'm always curious when I hear anyone of color say something like what he tweeted. They always use our words. Our who? Who does he represent exactly?
Bitch, he represent the black community. Your coon ass, Janice. What you think? Who you think he represent, bitch? See, you so busy, taking white cock in your pussy all the goddamn time and shit that you forgot. She must have forgot. What's up, homie?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm just listening to Janice, aka Harris Faulkner, run her fucking diarrhea of the mouth.
So they dead outraged at LeBron, huh?
Yeah, they're all outraged at LeBron. Like LeBron did something to them.
It's funny, man. Like they look at LeBron's tweet, and it's so outrageous. But you got Republicans that have, posted the most outlandish and the most racist stuff, man. Like they don't even see that shit out there. Like, Fox News is a joke.
They're a goddamn joke, man. No, why are they even on TV? Why? Why are these jackasses on TV? Let's listen to what Janice, aka Harris Faulkner, got to say. Because I just want to see what kind of level of buck dancing. Because you know what? I think motherfuckers literally trying to outdo each other when it comes to buck dancing. Now let's see what this fucking supreme buck dancing bitch got to say. This machine, she's like grade. Let's see, Oprah Winfrey's grade 1 Aunt Mammy. She's like grade 4. All right. This woman right here is grade 4 Aunt Jemami. So let's listen with Jemami. Let's listen to the religion of Jemamiism.
We're not monolithic as people of color, as blacks, African Americans, whatever you want to call us. We're not. We don't all.
Bitch, we're fucking black. Whatever you would call us. What the fuck is that? What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? We are black Americans. None of this people of color shit. I'm gonna ask y'all something, right? Too Raw. I'm gonna ask you something, right? What's the difference between saying person of color and a colored person?
Really nothing. But they're really trying to link. When they say that shit, they're trying to link black people with Hispanics, and we can't be anything by ourselves. We all got to be linked up with some other, ethnic group and shit. But no, there ain't no difference between that.
But you let a buck dancer like this giraffe-looking bitch right here tell it. No, go finish. What you say, Too Raw?
Not to say it sounds better, but it's the same thing. A colored person, a person of color. I mean, what they saying? Like white people don't have a color?
I guess.
This is stupid, man.
I see YouTube is shadow ban me now.
Well, what you mean?
I don't see my like when you first go into YouTube, you put your video. If you're live, one of the.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before with the channel, where you go to your channel and the video that you got live not even showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them do that too before.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing to me right now, but that's okay. The message ain't gonna stop. You can shadow ban me all you want to. That's why I ask you guys to hit the like button, subscribe, share these videos, so that way, you know, when YouTube be on this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? See, they know I skirt the line. See, I'm not crossing it. I'm just skirting it. I ain't crossing it. Motherfuckers. Anyway, we was oh yeah, Terrace Faulkner kicking her Jamamiism. So let's listen to this shit.
You can't speak for one. In fact, we've seen protesting that had no leadership on the ground since last summer. So there's not even anybody volunteering to speak up for the whole quote-unquote black community, even though there are many communities of color. Kaylee.
Yeah, that's right. And he said that.
So, okay, so this the thing, right? Go ahead. What's your thoughts on what this bitch said?
I couldn't really hear what she said too well. She said something black community. I couldn't really hear what she said.
She said that there's a lot of leadership. There's no leadership on the ground when it comes to these protests, basically.
There's no leadership when it comes to like protests. She's talking like Black Lives Matter and all that, or just,
yeah.
Well, what leadership is there when white people are protesting? What is she talking about? I mean, what what leadership is there when they're protesting themselves about wearing masks? Is there one person organizing everything? What's this obsession with like us being caught? Like, what's up with us? You ever notice they always obsessed with like somebody holding us in check or keeping the niggers from getting too rowdy? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? They have no fucking credibility on this shit, man. We don't go places and shit and piss on the fucking floor. We don't steal shit out of fucking the Capitol building when we protest and try to kill elected officials because we don't like the result of the election. What credibility do they have? They have none. Why are these people even up here?
Mm-hmm. See, this is the thing, y'all. And Two-Raw hit the nail right on the head. See, the white media can give these guys a platform, but what they can't give them is legitimacy.
Right.
The mainstream media can give these guys a platform, but these guys cannot have legitimacy because legitimacy is what you're willing to accept or what you're not willing to accept. And I'm not willing to accept this garbage that they continue to put out here, and they go on this diatribe against LeBron James, like LeBron James had something to do with people being castrated in China, or LeBron James had something to do with that girl being murdered, right? So that's what we're gonna do now, right? Always gotta have a buck dancer in the fucking mix.
Harris Faulkner is a big time Aunt Jemima buck dancer.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Every I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous, man. Like, so because he puts
99, aka Sammy Boy, in the building. No, go ahead. What you saying, Terod?
No, it's funny because he says LeBron put "you're next." Everybody should know what he meant by that. I mean, if you really look at his tweets, you know what he meant by that. They're taking what he said out of context and trying to him out to be some violent revolutionary or some shit. Like all of a sudden now, he's fucking LeBron, Muhammad, Khalif, Abdul, Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, get out of here with this bullshit, man. And then what's this shit about, people insinuating that he's a communist? Like, what are you talking about?
They don't even know what they're talking about. They all know that's bullshit, man. See, they know that's bullshit. All right? She don't mean none of that bullshit she's saying. Well, except for the last part when she was like, "Well, he would never be Shaq and she'll never be Kobe and all this other shit." And I must look, this woman right here on the right hand side with the glasses and the black, right on the bottom right. She really told the truth about LeBron. All that shit about being communist in China and all this other bullshit, that's all bullshit. She got to the truth of the matter when she said that LeBron James will never be the greatest Laker, he will never be Shaq, will never be Kobe. That's the truth of the matter. She displayed what she really felt about him in that little rant about him and his status in basketball and his status on the Lakers and shit. Right? Now, Janice, look, it ain't enough words I can explain about fucking Janice, right? But I want to direct my attention to this flat-chested hoe right here, Kelly McEnany, right? The same lady who stuffed tissues in her fucking bra.
That is desperate to find a way to blame others for his heinous tweet and his mistake. And I agree with Kennedy. I'd rather hear from Shaquille O'Neal, the great Shaq. That aside, with LeBron James, he had the audacity to mention accountability. I would like to see accountability for a leftist saying something wholly inappropriate, putting a target on the back of a police officer. For a moment, think that this was not some celebrity athlete from the left, LeBron James. Let's say his name was LeBron Trump and he was a right-wing activist. He would be banned from Twitter. He would lose his job likely, all of his sponsorships, and he would be relegated to the outskirts of society. There is one standard for the left and another standard for the right.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to finish this clip and then we get your thoughts on it too, Rob.
Just makes it crystal clear. There's no retribution here from Twitter.
All right. Turo, what's your thoughts about that?
The one word that a lot of most of that was just garbage. But the one thing that she said that made me laugh was she had the nerve to utter the word accountability when her Führer basically, purposely played down the you-know-what politically at the expense of hundreds of thousands of lives. Like, seriously, shut up. Okay? You have no credibility. None. All the scandals and lies and corruption that went on when she was part of that regime, that Reich, the Fourth Reich, she has no accountability. None of them. Don't even use that word. Why? Like I said before, why are they even up here? Why are people watching this? Other than the fact that it makes them feel good or something, makes them feel like they got something to blame for society's ills other than themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's garbage. Why is it that I was talking to somebody last night, right? Why is it when one of them get caught for something that's wrong, right? That's like Hulk Hogan or Donald Sterling or whatever, right? When they say something that's repugnant, they run to the First Amendment, right? But somehow the First Amendment don't cover LeBron when he posts on his own platform. Like he wrote something that's offensive. You're next. He's not, to me, he's quoting Goldberg. You know what I'm saying?
Goldberg.
Right. You're next. He's talking about repercussions for shooting an unarmed black person. The law. That's what he's talking about. Why would he go on a platform and advocate violence? LeBron? The most I'm not saying he's not a sellout, but he's the most corporate guy in the league, the most cautious guy. It's stupid. They're trying to make him out to be like Kaepernick, which isn't a bad thing. But LeBron James is not calling Kaepernick. They're always trying to make a black athlete or some black person a boogeyman. Any black person that shows any concern about his community, it gets magically morphed into he hates America. He's a communist. He's this. He's that. I'm so sick of these people, man. I'm so sick of them.
What's up, Luda Rider? Salute to Luda Rider. Y'all go subscribe to Luda Rider Sports. Yeah, man. See, I'm right there with you, too, Rob, in lockstep. Now, Kelly McEnany, right? Now, if you don't know who she is, she's married to a former MLB player, Sean Gilmartin. I think she's married to an MLB player and whatnot. That's what I do know. But I'm right there with you on that. She got some kind of audacity, the unmitigated gall to talk about accountability when she and her emperor ran roughshod over the fucking country for 4 years, through all the lies, through all the obfuscations, through all the finger pointing and deflections. She was just as complicit as to why the country was the way it was. It still is to some degree because, you know, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Jen Psaki, they all jackasses too. But she got some nerve to talk about accountability when she was anything but accountable. You fucking hypocrite. You and then you throw a hypothetical talk about LeBron Trump. Don't you ever in your fucking life, don't you ever in your meaningless life call yourself out to make LeBron James be out to be Donald Trump? Because unlike LeBron James, who has a black wife, who has black children, who is still married to this day with his wife and kids, Donald Trump, on the other hand, been through more marriages than than goddamn Dennis Rodman been through hair dye. Okay? But yet you want to equate LeBron James to Donald Trump, don't you? Look, LeBron James is an actual billionaire. Donald Trump says he's a billionaire, but no one can see his fucking taxes. LeBron James has a successful career in basketball and looks like he's gonna have a successful career in the entertainment industry, and he has other business interests outside of that that's successful. Donald Trump has been a failed businessman. Okay, whether you talk about Trump Vodka, Trump Steaks, Trump Airlines, Trump University, his raggedy ass fucking hotels, right? That's just 5 of 13 different failed business ventures that he has right now, right? The only thing good about him was The Apprentice.
And that's overrated.
Yeah, and that's over, and that's not saying a whole lot. But you want to equate LeBron James to Donald Trump? Talk about, well, if LeBron James was LeBron Trump, then he would be excavated. He would have his Twitter account deleted, or just like how your emperor got his Twitter account deleted because he incited violence that had people climbing up the walls like they were auditioning for the fucking American Ninja Warrior.
Right.
People were shitting all over the goddamn over the Capitol building, right? You got motherfucking white supremacists out there targeting Nancy Pelosi. Now, I ain't no fan of Nancy Pelosi, but this dude is sitting in Nancy Pelosi's house. Sitting in Nancy Pelosi's room, smoking a joint with a stun gun on his right leg. Right? But you leave it up to these bammers, like, we gonna talk about 2 more people, like Lauren Boebert, that fucking shrimp, that gun-toting shrimp, and Ted, and we talked about Ted Cruz on the first video, but we're gonna circle back and talk about that fucking bammer, right? Wait, what? Huh? What's up? Kelly McEnany, shut the hell up, all right? I want to say some other shit. I might get a strike, all right? I might have to say what I really want to say about this flat-chested hoe from my Patreon.
So, Emily, let's leave on your legal acumen now, because this has become a trend. Congresswoman Maxine Waters and her incendiary comments on the ground, and then he.
All right, first of all, so this is the thing, right? And I ain't no fan of Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters looks like a California raisin, right? But that being said, what Maxine Waters said on the ground in Minnesota has absolutely nothing to do with the verdict of Derek Chauvin. The evidence that's presented in the court of law is what led to his guilty verdict. Not Maxine Waters. Let you fucking tell it. Let all you jackasses tell it. Oh well, she's a Saudi violence because if she said that if we don't get a guilty verdict, we're gonna take to the streets and we're gonna destroy everything. No, motherfuckers already had it in their mind. They didn't need Maxine Waters to say that. Motherfuckers already letting y'all know that, look, y'all better come correct. Motherfuckers was waiting outside the goddamn courtroom for crying out loud. Motherfuckers was waiting outside the courthouse. They didn't need Maxine Waters to say that for them. They already had it in their mind that y'all better come with the right verdict, because if y'all make the wrong decision, it's going to be hell to pay. So they didn't need Maxine Waters to say that. But yet, you see how these right-wing nuts do it. They're going to use people like Maxine Waters and LeBron James as political props to spew out their fucking fecal matter. Now, what's your thoughts on what Janice had to say? Too raw?
My bad. I was I'm being a bad co-host, man. I'm sorry. Somebody was texting me.
Oh, okay, you good, bro. You good. So what's your thoughts on what Janice had to say about Maxine Waters?
You talking about LeBron James?
No, Maxine. No, you had the girl up there, Harris Faulkner, looking like Janice off the Muppets. That fucking giraffe neck bastard bitch.
Okay, tell me again, because I'm sorry, because somebody was texting me and I couldn't really hear what you're saying. I ain't gonna text them no more. What you were saying? Now, what did she say? What did she actually say?
I'm gonna play the clip for you again, so you get what you're hearing.
Okay.
Because this has become a trend. Congresswoman Maxine Waters and her incendiary comments on the ground in Minneapolis right before a verdict in the Derek Chauvin case, calling for protesters to stay on the streets and get more confrontational. This tweet that LeBron made.
So what you think about what Harris Faulkner had to say? What's up, Tank McBride?
That's my problem with that. I remember during the O.J. Simpson case, right? You didn't have social media, but I remember all of these right-wing talk show hosts. What are you talking about? Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck back then, other people. They all had already convicted O.J. Simpson. Okay? I'm not a fan of O.J. Simpson, but I do believe that everybody should get a fair trial, right? But if you listen to right-wing media, they politicized it and they judged O.J. before the verdict, before the jury had to deliberate. And when you go back to the Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman case, and that wasn't a social media age, the same thing happened. Trayvon Martin was convicted, and he was the one on trial. They were talking about because he, did detention, which I did, and probably a lot of people did. That made him a criminal. Because he smoked marijuana, that means that he was a criminal. So I guess Bill Maher's a criminal too, right? So I guess Bill Walton's a criminal too, right? It's funny how when we smoke marijuana, it's criminalized. So they got, once again, they're hypocrites. Okay? Maxine Waters did not have an effect on the outcome of that trial because, if I'm not mistaken, aren't jurors anyway isolated from all outside influences? They're in a bubble themselves. So what the fuck is he talking about? Or do you mean that Maxine Waters might inflame black people? And because it's all about them like trying to control us anyway. So
yeah. Go ahead, keep cooking, bro.
It's like I said, I'm not a big fan of Maxine Waters. I don't like her, but what she did. How can they criticize anything? Like, how many times has Trump tweeted about things he didn't know he didn't really investigate. He put his 2 cents out there, and he influenced. You want to talk about influencing anything? Even though he has the legal right to do so, he's appointed so many conservative, arch conservative judges to sway the criminal justice system so far heavily against us. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they just don't have no fucking credibility on this shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and plus, if you notice, they always use the token Negro to criticize like a black leader. Like they'll say what the white person couldn't say because they'll be accused of being racist.
Yeah.
So they got Harris Faulkner to say what everybody else is thinking, but they can't say because they're white.
Exactly.
So she's doing her role as the token long neck giraffe Negro. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand her, man.
I don't like that bitch neither. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump, for all intents and purposes, during like the impeachment hearings and different trials, motherfucker literally committed witness intimidation. But we're gonna ignore that. But we're gonna talk about Maxine Waters saying something on the ground that has absolutely no effect on the fucking trial. Really, Harris Faulkner? I'd pull the tracks off the top of your fucking head.
Hey, let me guess. Is she married to a white guy?
Bingo!
I thought so. I ain't even. I've never confirmed it, but I was like, I bet you she's married to a white guy. Yep, I knew it.
Yep.
Oh boy.
But this is the kind of shit they put out on TV, right? See, they're putting on all these white supremacists and a few coons in the mix too. But for the most part, they're talking these white supremacists out here because this is the shit that the white supremacists, they take this bullshit and they run with it. So listen to what this other bitch got to say.
Expected to walk away by bleeding, even though most people would snapshot the second you thought it, because most people didn't even believe it was him. His tweet that is also incendiary. Even if you don't take every word of it to mean violence, then why don't you put that hourglass emoji up there? Like, what's that all about? I mean, how does the law look at stuff like this? Forget on Twitter, they're probably not going to suspend its accounts, their fans, whatever. But
I'm no fan of you stink pussy bitch.
you're really not allowed to yell fire. Where there is no fire. That's not protected speech.
See, and this is bullshit about First Amendment. So let me get this straight, right? Y'all want to cry First Amendment when all these other jackasses say make incendiary comments or make inflammatory comments on social media or on TV. Y'all quick to spew up First Amendment rights, but a black man puts out a Twitter post, and all of a sudden now he don't got the same kind of rights as this white man that put out all these incendiary comments, right? All of a sudden now you want to call yourself wagging your finger at LeBron James, right?
They always telling themselves because when Hulk Hogan got caught saying, if you're gonna marry a nigga, brother, why would I marry a rich one, dude? First thing they jump to because they're trying to put themselves in that situation because they feel the same way, so they deflect. They don't want to say, "Oh, I agree with Hulk Hogan." They'll say, "Well, Hulk Hogan. Well, what he said was, not appropriate." What's even more egregious is the lack of confidentiality. I mean, he was taped by someone who he had trusted. So what you're saying is, when you're around people who you're comfortable with, you say a lot of racist shit yourself, because that's not what most people think. They're attacking the comment. You know what I'm saying? Which is racist. Same thing with Donald Sterling. They attacked the mistress, or whatever the hell she was. Well, she taped him illegally. And, isn't there laws against that? And isn't there laws against that? Entrapment. But, we don't get the same benefits, though. We get everything that we do and say they take at face value. Never mind the situations. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, they all full of crap, man. And Kennedy, the one on the bottom right, I have no respect for her anyway. I remember back when she used to be a VJ on MTV back in the 90s. And I heard about her back then anyway. You know, she slept her way to that position.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised she took some black dick in the process too. Luda I forgot about Tommy Lauren. Fuck that bitch. She's another irrelevant, useless hack. She'll fuck black dick and suck black dick, but will shit all over a black man chance she get. She not but a fucking leech, a culture vulture. See, this I don't understand when it comes to these white supremacists out here. They hate us so much. They hate us so much, but they always got our names in their fucking mouths for whatever reason. They're always looking to see what we doing. Right?
Yep.
And then when you got jackasses like, I'm not supposed to be calling these Bammers out by name, but I gotta call these Bammers out by name. When you got that former detective that be on there, Ted Williams, a supreme buck dancer, right? Larry Elder, Jason Whitlock. He'll bring his cootie ass for crumbs all the time. Right?
You know what he said? I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm seriously. As much as I dislike Candace Owens, Jason Whitlock is number one on my list now. Do you know that this tub of fucking macaroni and cheese? Anyway, do you know he said that the FBI didn't target the Black Panthers because of racism? They targeted them because they were a communist organization.
What?
Yeah, that's what Jason Whitlock said.
Look, at this point, look, there's no point to exert my energy because it seems like my energy going his fat body just bounces off. So at this point, we know Jason Whitlock is so far gone in his buck dancery and his buffoonery and his coonery, right? And any kind of, Uri you want to put in there, right? The way I don't even waste my energy talking about this motherfucker no more. There's no point.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I put that video out about the usual suspects, right? The usual suspects out here, we got a trial of this magnitude, right? Everybody's on edge about the verdict, and before the verdict, the trial, and before the trial, the events that the event that happened and the events that led up to it. So a lot of people, this is a highly charged topic. Everybody got an opinion about that, and then you got the usual suspects out here showing who they are. I see your true colors shining through. Right?
You know something else? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm done.
No, I feel you. And that's what he wants to anyway. He wants attention. Something that he never got before, from women or from popular people. But anyway. Hey, but something I've noticed about this whole thing too, man. Whenever we suffer a setback, like with the Trayvon Martin situation, like with the verdict, we're told to take it on the chin and keep moving, right? Mm-hmm. But you notice they can't take a loss. Like, they look at this as a loss. When the O.J. Simpson verdict went against them, they wouldn't let that shit go at all, to the point where they set this dude up so that he would go to jail, ostensibly for the burglary, but really for the murder. They say it wasn't for that, but why did you invite the Browns and the Goldmans to the verdict? You know what I'm saying? Okay, in this situation, they can't punish George Floyd because he's dead. So it's like they're trying to find somebody to punish. Some black motherfucker has to be held accountable for this decision. Like, they gotta punish somebody. I think that's part of the motivation too. They gotta find somebody to punish. And then if it's LeBron James, let's go after him.
Mm-hmm. Just disgusting. Just disgusting. Let's see what this bitch got to say.
Right, and so to answer your question, legally all threats are taken seriously, and really if they're actually actionable, is there sort of the wheels are put in motion. And I think there's a criminal element to in code crimes. You can incite something without there actually being that horrible result that you call for. In a civil arena, you have to have damages for it, but I think that the larger conversation is such that why are some threats acceptable and some aren't? When does a threat become real? If people are put in fear regardless, especially from someone so influential, then that's a real impact. A quick point, if I may, based on just taking...
Or like Donald Trump, like what he did back on January 6th, right? So that wasn't acceptable, right? But you notice all four of these jackasses here that's on TV, sitting on your screen right now, oh, we won't talk about that, or we'll defend that, right? But LeBron James putting out a tweet, all of a sudden now that's unacceptable, and he needs to be more mindful about what he's putting out on Twitter, because he has millions of fans, he has millions of followers, and his followers could take that the wrong way and start and go do some shots. All of y'all get a dick put in your mouth.
Remember when the general manager of the Rockets just said, "I stand with Hong Kong"? He just tweeted that. There was a firestorm. The owner of the Rockets distanced himself from him. The general manager had to apologize. Eventually, he resigned. There were high-profile athletes that publicly tweeted apologies to China. The disparate reaction here, as compared with theirs, is so mind-boggling, and it's so ridiculous to see how apparently money is simply the driving factor that gets everyone on board. When you have things like this, again, going back to that Derek Chauvin trial as well, remember the prosecution, it's so easy, it's so simple to say we support law enforcement and we don't support outright actions, which this isn't, but I think that there illustrates the fact that you can support both. You can take that human approach without vilifying all of law enforcement. Look, 19% alone.
Okay, first of all, you see how she tried to dance around both sides? And then she tries to say you can support one thing but not the other. No, look, good cops are just as bad as bad cops because the good cops are not holding them accountable out of fear of repercussions, out of fear of getting fired and all that other shit. At the end of the day, they are complicit in what's going on with policing.
Mm-hmm.
Good old boy network, right? You get labeled as a rat and all this other shit. See, that's the kind of shit we can't have. That's unacceptable in society. We, the taxpayers, pay y'all's salary. Oh, they forget that. The taxpayer, if you don't know, the taxpayers, you, as a taxpaying citizen, you pay the salary of the police officer. Matter of fact, any public official, whether it be the city manager, the mayor, right? The police chief, right? Your tax money pay their salary. So if anything, we as the people get to determine what's acceptable and what's not them. See, the law is only as good as the people who sit behind, who sit behind a badge or, hold a gavel or stand up in a suit or on a skirt with heels and present whatever it is, right? The law is only as good as those people that's willing to enforce it, right? Why do you think a guy who gets busted with marijuana can get 50 years in jail, but yet someone who goes on a mass murder spree, they get treatment and they get intervention and they get all this other shit outside of jail? What's your thoughts too, Rob?
Well, they do try to make it seem as if police officers are not public servants. They make it. It's like they try to equate police officers to the military, and like you say, not as public servants. And as Black Americans, we have a legitimate grievance about public servants who we pay taxes for to keep us safe, supposedly, right? But yet they're going around literally terrorizing our community. And it's a disturbing trend where so many of them are killing us in the most mundane situations. Not always, but while we're asleep, when you put in your bed, when you feel like you're at the safest place in your world, while you're, you could be jogging, or you could be coming from the store, or you could
Feeding your cat.
What you say?
Feeding your cat.
Right, feeding your cat, walking down the street, crossing the street, doing nothing, literally just standing around on your cell phone, and they'll approach you and say that, do you have a weapon? And you say you don't, and they say you throw the weapon away, and you say it's a cell phone, and you end with a bullet in your head. And then people will say, well, why didn't he comply? Look, man, look, I don't have to fucking comply with some fucking gun-ho idiot that comes to me pointed with a gun, and I didn't do anything wrong. That was trying to make it like it's our fault. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, these same talking points they always have about police officers, and it's a stressful job. But don't become a fucking cop then. Don't become a fucking cop if you can't handle that fucking job. Period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a tough job, and we have to make split-second decisions, and don't become a police officer then, right? I'm pretty sure Burger King is hiring for people to flip Whoppers and shit. But then again, they ain't even flipping Whoppers now. They just stick that bitch in the microwave. So, hey, take that out, right? Hey, I'm pretty sure there's a department where they allow dog catchers and shit, right? You get stressed out by chasing a Rottweiler that's off his leash and shit.
Hell yeah. Let's go ahead and join. Pops. You boy. Dog catcher, you boy.
But don't become a police officer, all right? Don't become a police officer. Look, if you aspire to be something, right? Maybe you can become an actor, then you can play a cop like T.J. Hooker or some shit.
T.J. Hooker. Spock, now a cop. Yeah, he went way back, T.J. Hooker there.
Yeah. You would think I remember that, huh?
Yeah. But no, man. But no, seriously though, this is ridiculous, man. I know we're not talking about this subject, but Fox News need to be worrying more about. Fox News need to be worrying more about the 150 mass, that have occurred in the last 6 weeks. That's what they need to be more concerned about. I don't even want to say that in the video. The mass, that have been going on.
Yeah.
They need to be more concerned about that.
Shit, they need to be concerned about that $2 billion lawsuit they got hanging over their head from Smartmatic. We put out that bullshit thing about the voter fraud. Right? We forgot about that. Huh? We forgot about that. Smartmatic suing Fox News for $2 billion. Right?
Right.
Yeah, we forgot about that, right? Because y'all keep perpetuating that bullshit talking point about the election being stolen. Right? Hey, maybe you get a couple other police officers, man. They can play Tango and Cash and shit in the remake.
Tango and Cash. Rush Hour 4.
Yeah, it was a Rush Hour 4, man. You get a buck dancer, right? Not trying to talk trash for Chris Tucker, right? Maybe you can find, Table or Lethal Weapons. What was it? Lethal Weapon? What Lethal Weapon 5?
I think
right?
it'll be 5. I think the next one will be 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you bring Danny Glover or crusty ass from the dead, and because he damn near dead already, right? He ain't dead yet, but still, maybe you get Mel Gibson and Danny Glover to do one more, right? One more Lethal Weapon, right? You know what I'm saying?
Be him and Mel Gibson.
Yeah,
and Matt Gibson. And what's his name? Matt Gaetz would be the perverted, crooked congressperson to go after and shit.
Yeah, you know you know what? Hey, we want our fucking royalties, because that's our idea. So don't even fucking think you gonna take our shit. All right, because I'm gonna charge me and T-Rock gonna charge you 3,000% if you steal our fucking idea. All right.
Hell yeah, they'll steal it.
Yeah, steal our idea. We charge your ass 3,000%. We want royalties. I don't want no motherfucking lump sum. No, we want the fucking royalties shit.
Do you understand the words? Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth?
Yeah, you hoes and this bitch right here, Brian Kilmeade, right? Or Lion Kilmeade, right? Y'all disgusting, right? Y'all the reason why we got shit going the way shit going on in America the way it is now. Because you jackasses keep coming on TV, you tell your lies every day, you be hypocrite, and then your hypocrisy knows no bounds. Okay, I would figure that there will be a limit to your hypocrisy, but you've continued to show time and time again that your hypocrisy is limitless.
Yeah, that's how they roll, man. Hypocrisy. I mean, that's just that's the potatoes of WF. That's the meat potatoes. One set of rules for one group and one set of rules for. Hey, LB, I'm sorry. Hold on. Take this call.
Yeah, I gotta go too. I got a meeting I gotta attend. So smash the like, hit the subscribe, man. This your boy. Scream at me.